Hi, you guys. I'm out here in the van. I've got to take some things in the house that I left in the van since I got back this morning. I got back here early, about 4:20 a.m. And I lost my glasses. I can't find my original set of glasses. I'm using my backup pair, but I have no idea where they are. I may have even lost them while camping. But I have multiple sets. I got another set here, so I don't care. But it's been raining all day today, and it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so I can't resume more work on the survival shelter out back until Tuesday. And it doesn't matter because I got to take the dog to the vet tomorrow. I'm going to drop him off, and then she's going to pick him up to find out what's wrong with his leg. I got to take him in the morning. I wanted to say in this video that I found out by researching on the internet, I found out the sound that I heard that woke me out of a dead sleep at 11:30 last night. And then the rain woke me up at 3:13 a.m. And then that's when I went home. But at 11:30, I was sound asleep and I heard this high-pitched scream that just, it was unbelievably loud, you guys, because it was right outside this passenger slider door. Probably no more than 10 or 12 feet from the van. I mean, right at camp. And what does not make any sense is that what I discovered, what I heard, does not or is not supposed to exist in our woods. And it's the bugle of an elk. The bugle of an elk. I will play a recording of an elk bugling in this video, and this is exactly what I heard at 11:30 last night. Now, back in the 1800s, all of New York State was heavily populated naturally with elk, moose, and caribou, believe it or not. But they were overhunted and the population was dramatically knocked back to more northern regions, way north of New York, like going into Canada and up into Maine in the New England states. But here in New York, the populations of the elk, moose, and caribou were wiped out. Now, there has been some controversy for many years in my state of New York where various groups of people want to reintroduce those animals to New York again. But it's getting a lot of opposition because there's already lots of deer collisions in my state. People don't want to have to be worrying about hitting a moose or an elk because they're so much bigger and heavier. So who knows what's going to happen. But I read in an article where you're not allowed to bring outside species back into New York, which makes no sense because just 45 minutes to my north, there is a nature preserve that's privately owned where they have an elk farm, and they have elk on this farm. They're all fenced in, but you can go there and see them. So could one have escaped from somewhere and ended up in our woods in the wild? Well, yeah, that's possible. There's all kinds of animals that escape from different places and end up in the woods, and then people start seeing them. So could there have been an elk in the woods last night? It's possible. Highly unlikely, but possible. So what I would like to know is what else out there sounds just like the high bugle pitch of an elk when they bugle. And so I also had to research because I don't know. I've never been around an elk. I've seen them. I've never been around them. The ones that I saw were out at that preserve I was telling you about. So I had to Google to see, do they do that late at night, in the dark, or only in the daytime? And I guess they can bugle anytime, day or night. I didn't know that, so I had to Google it. So for those of you that live in states where elk are in the wild, Like I said, they used to be here in New York, not anymore, not since the 18th century. They all been killed off, unfortunately. But we don't have elk here in New York, not where I live. Is there anything else in the woods that sounds like an elk bugling? Now imagine a 700-pound elk right outside of your vehicle at 11:30 at night where it's so quiet you could hear a pin drop, and all of a sudden that animal just bugles off 10, 12 feet away from your vehicle. How loud that would be. That's what I woke up to. But that's, when I listened to that sound, that's exactly what I heard. Identical. But being that we don't have elk in this area, I'm puzzled. But that's what I heard. I can't deny that's what I heard. An elk. So I don't know. But I do know this, you guys, that out of the 4 out of 5 times that I've stayed up there, 4 out of 5, I've had weird, unexplained things happen. And I only had the one night when I set up my trail camera for the first time looking off the front of my van where it was an uneventful night. And I slept all through the night undisturbed until I woke up on my own in the morning and it was already daylight out. It was a complete uneventful night. Nothing heard, nothing happened. But the other 4 times that I've stayed up there, so basically 90% of the time I go up there, it's always something crashing through the woods, deep, hard, loud tree knocks deep in the forest, just whatever, you guys. And then last night, hearing that bugle sound, it sounds like a scream to me. It gets real high pitched at a certain point. When an elk does that, it sounds like a scream. And but we don't have elk, so what the hell? Could one be on the loose? Yeah, they have them in central Pennsylvania, but the state of Pennsylvania manages them so the population doesn't grow so much to where they expand out. I don't know how they do that, but that's what I've read online. So I don't know. But Pennsylvania does have elk, but New York does not. Now, I can't speak for like up into the way up north into the Catskills, up in there. I don't know. Maybe they have them up there, but I'm talking about where I live, you guys. Western New York, the skinny part that goes towards the Great Lakes. There's no elk in this end of the state. We don't have elk in our woods. So what else could have it been? I don't get it. But I do know one thing. Weird things happen up there all the time. And I really don't know what to make of it. But I know the trail cam, you guys, for some reason, if I have the trail cam and aimed off the front of the van, something will happen on the back. If I have it aimed off the back, something will happen at the front. If I had it looking off the driver's side, something would be over on the passenger side. Yeah, I swear to God, you guys, it's like something knows there's a camera out there and it's on and it's ready to record. If I would have just had an audio recorder, I've got to get an audio recorder. That's what I'm going to buy next. And then who knows, maybe that won't get anything. And then the minute I turn it off or just before I turn it on, I'll hear something. It seems like it's impossible for me to capture these things that I'm experiencing, but nothing else is getting it. Like when I am filming with this camera, this camera wouldn't even pick up in the audio on this camera the tree knocks that I heard. Otherwise, I would have tried. It just don't pick it up. I need an audio mic that can hear a great distance. It's that sensitive to where it can like hear sounds a great distance, so I can get these tree knocks, and then you guys will hear it for yourself. Because at that time of night, there's nobody that deep in the wilderness. So it would be stupid and dangerous to be out there in the woods that time of night in the middle of nowhere, that deep in the forest. And for the prank of someone even possibly hearing it, it wouldn't even be worth it. So it's not people. There's nobody ever around when this stuff goes on. But I do have to get a recording device because the trail cam, you guys, I don't have any faith in that damn thing. I have it down low, it gets nothing. I have it up high, it gets nothing. I have it tilted down, it gets nothing. I have it looking straight out, it gets nothing. Maybe if I left it out for 3-4 weeks, maybe it would get something. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm glad I only bought one. I'm not buying any more of those. I don't think it does that great of a job anyway. So that's what I heard. What you guys heard in this video, a bugling elk right outside the van. That's what I heard. That high-pitched scream, that high-pitched call. Scared the living hell out of me. I'm not used to hearing stuff like that in the woods. I never, ever heard that before. Could have it been an elk? Yeah. And if it's not an elk, what the hell else could it be? What else would sound like an elk bugling? For those of you that live in mountainous states and you've heard those things or you've hunted them and you know what they sound like in person, is there anything else that sounds like that? Because I think that sound is pretty unique in the animal kingdom in North America. But I can't deny what I heard. That's what I heard. And I didn't really think elk, because why would I think elk when we don't have elk? And then when I stumbled across it, it's like, that's what I heard. But we don't have elk, so I don't know, man. Freaky stuff that goes on in the outdoors that I can't explain. And a lot of times it's, you know, when I go back, I wonder, God, what's going to happen next? You know, what's it going to be this time? Because it's always something. It's always something going on in the woods. I just wish I could get video and audio. If I could just do that, I'd have the proof and the evidence to show you guys and have you hear it. I will once I get the recorder. I'm going to get that Sony external field recorder. I think that would be a good one. However, you got to buy the mic separate. So I got to get a waterproof, external, outdoor field mic for it. Something that's really sensitive and can hear a great distance. But that's what I need to do. So I'm going to get my thermoses taken in, take in my water, and I got to unload my crate, and I got to get ready for the next outing. And I'll be heading out again. Some places are closing permanently, you guys. There's only 9 days left to go to one campground. Another campground is reservations only. They changed their rules and regulations. There's no first come, first serve. It's reservations only, strictly now. So, and they're booked up for the next 3 weeks. So it looks like I'm not going to get in there anyway. So there's limited places where I can go this late in the year. But I am going to be doing more camping and more outdoor stuff. And I got to do more work on that survival shelter, you guys. It just won't be until Tuesday because it's been very dreary and rainy, and it's going to rain all day tomorrow. But I'm also tired. I didn't get any sleep up there at Pineapple Junction. I was constantly awakened by something. Whether it was the heavy downpour rain or that thing screaming in the woods, and it's like, screw it, I'm going home. Because once I'm up, I'm up. So when you guys wonder why I leave so early, that's why. Because if I'm disturbed in my sleep and I can't sleep, and what else is there to do when you're just in a vehicle in the middle of nowhere that early in the morning? I mean, so I just figured it'd be a good time to drive home. No traffic, nobody on the roads. Head home and start on my editing early because I always have so much to do anyway. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know that's what I heard. I can't explain how the hell an elk could be in our woods, but that's what I heard. Unless you know something else that sounds just like an elk, because I don't. But leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'll read them. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.